guys, it's Angela with Panda Kisses. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on Parker on the Porch's new Octopus Banner piece. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. I have my 5x7 hoop and I just have regular tearaway on here. I do the tearaway sheets. They come in a sheet that fit your 5x7 so I don't have to cut them. I have all the links in the show more if you're wanting this, but that's what I use for my 5x7 hoops. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first step, you're going to do your placement stitch directly onto your stabilizer. So I'm going to run step 1 onto my stabilizer. I'll come back and show you. Okay guys, this is what it looks like. Now you want to take your piece of fabric and you want to measure the whole outside of this, how big of a piece you need. I'm going to be using this canvas glitter. Super pretty. It's really pretty. I just opened mine. It's called Berry Pink Sparkle Canvas that's where I buy it, mypunkbroidery.com. Super cute, super pretty. This is the thinner kind. It's canvas, so it's thinner and really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and place that over all of your placement lines. And then I'm going to go ahead and stitch step 2. Step 2 is going to go ahead and put those lines for the legs on the octopus onto your fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch that and I'll show you what it looks like there. I'm going to move on to our next step, which is going to go ahead and do this around the octopus's neck. This is going to be applique. So I'm going to go ahead and do the first stitch, which is step 3, and it's just going to do the placement. So you won't see the color that you use here, so I'm just going to leave it black, and I'm going to go ahead and do that placement. That just shows us what size of fabric we need to put down, and I'll come back and show you. That's what that looks like, that placement step. I went ahead and cut my excess off just because it was in my way. I just looked where my placement stitch was and cut the excess off. So now you need a fabric to go there, whatever you're going to use. I'm going to use this canvas glitter as well. It's super cute. It's like a tealish color. I'm going to go ahead and place it over here. This is just one of my scraps, so it's bigger than I need, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now it's going to tack that down. It still doesn't necessarily matter what color you use for your thread because you're going to have a satin stitch over this that will cover it, but I went ahead and changed mine to purple already because I am going to do that purple. I'm going with the pink, teal, purple colors for this banner. So I'm going to go ahead and tack that down. I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay guys, this is what it looks like. This is called appliquing when you're putting fabric over fabric. So we need to cut all this excess off next to these stitch lines. I use these scissors right here. They're curved. They're called applique scissors, and there's links in my See More if you need to find these. I just hold up this part and I just cut as close as I can to the stitch lines without cutting the stitch lines. Now I'm going to go back and get a little closer. The only thing that's really important when you're doing this, I'm just going to get this excess off and then get the detail, is you really want to get as close, this isn't close enough, but you really want to get as close as you can because you're going to have satin stitches that come up around here in our next, I believe it's our next step, and if you don't cut enough of this off, it's going to show on the other side of your satin stitches and it's not going to look good. So the most important things when you're doing this appliquing is to get as close as you can to the stitch lines without cutting the stitch lines. So I'm just going to go back in here and get close. These scissors are really needed when you're doing appliquing. I'm not sure how people could do it without them. They get really close without cutting those stitch lines. So I'm just gonna get it clean up here. Okay, sorry, it's probably boring watching me cut. Okay, almost there, and then I can look at it to make sure I think all of it's close enough. You can look and just get a little closer if you want on some spots. Okay, I think that's probably good. I probably should be okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Okay, so that's what it looks like right there. So now I'm going to go back to my machine and I will show you what we're doing next. Okay, so we're back on our machine, and our next step Step 5 is going to be doing those satin stitches I talked about. So this color is going to be showing. This is going to be your final color on this. So I went ahead and I'm going to use purple, and I'm going to go ahead and stitch that. So change your color if you want a different one, and go ahead and stitch step 5, and I will show you what it looks like. Okay, there's those satin stitches. They look great. They're super pretty. So our next step is going to be the cheek details. So I went ahead and switched to this really light pink. I'm going to go ahead and stitch that, and I'll come back and show you. Those cheeks. Now I'm going to go ahead and do step 7, which are the eyes and the mouth. So pick your color. I'm picking black. I'm going to go ahead and stitch those, and I'll come back. Okay, there you go. There's the cute eyes and the mouth. Now I'm doing my whole outline in black. That's why I use black right here. You want to put whatever color you want as your outline in right now, because we're going to do each side of the octopus's head right here. This is what's going to create the hole for your ribbon to go through. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch that. This is step 8. It looks just like that. It's just going to stitch the outside of the octopus's head, and whatever color you're doing as your outline, that's what you want. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch that right now, and I'll come back and show you. Okay guys, this is what our front looks like so far. Now it's time to put the back on. We are ready to put our back on. Now you can use many things. You can use the same vinyl you want. I actually use felt, regular old felt. So I have felt here that I have cut, and I'm going to go, just make sure you have a big enough piece to go over the whole entire octopus outline. So I'm going to go ahead and put it like that. And then we're on the back of our hoop. This is the front. We're on the underneath. So you're going to want to tape this down. So I'm just using regular old tape, and I just tape this down just enough so it doesn't pull up. And our next step's basically going to stitch the front to the back. But it's going to skip 2 sections right here. It's going to skip right here, and that's going to create the holes to put your ribbon through to make your banner. It's super cool. So I think I have enough tape there. So now I'm going to bring it over to my machine. I'm going to stitch the very last step, and it's going to do the outline, skipping these 2 spots. I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay guys, this is what it looks like. Here's your front. Here's your back. It went ahead and stitched it. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off our hoop now. And then I'm going to take all the stabilizer off. And the tape, whatever else is on here. Okay. And I'm just going to take these scissors. They're just short detail scissors that I like. And I'm going to just start cutting. There's nothing you need to watch for on these banners because it's just cutting around the design. You just don't want to cut your stitches, and that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and just start cutting. And I always cut as close as I can to the stitches because it gives me a guide. And then when I get to an area where I don't want to cut the stitches, I put the point of my scissors right up to where I want it to stop. And then I just do 1 cut down so I don't cut the stitches. Then I don't risk cutting them. So I'm just going to try to do this kind of fast. And I try to do longer cuts so I don't have a bunch of choppy looking cuts. So I try to cut all the way down instead of a bunch of little shortcuts. Okay. Cutting really is just practice, I think. Okay, I'm going to get it right there. Cut. These banners are super fast projects and they're super cute. I'll go back this way. Can't really see where I'm cutting. Just kind of going back and forth. I might go back in and cut it a little better. I'm kind of in a rush because I'm sure watching me cut is boring. I would stop the video and just come show you at the end, but some people like to watch it, so I will leave leave it running. Almost done. Okay, I might go back up and clean some of the edges, but for now, we are good. Okay, there we go. There's the octopus. Super cute. There's the back. There's the front. You can see that, let me get my thing. See that there's a hole right here. Oops, I find it right there. That's where you're going to put your ribbon, and then it will hang. Super cute. Thank you for watching my tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know. You can cut off these little strings on the back. Just don't cut the knots, just so you don't see it from the front. And I will see you in the next tutorial. I'm probably going to do the other two pieces to this banner in a tutorial, so I'll show you what it looks like at the end and how you put all three together. Thank you guys. I am here and I'm going to show you how to put this banner together. I did the tutorial for each piece of the banner, the mermaid banner from Parker on the Porch, and now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. You can just take ribbon and put it, or any type of fabric really, and put it through. There's holes back here, and I use this dowel thing. You could use a chopstick or something like that. I wanted to show you, I went ahead and bought, there was these cute little banners at the Dollar Tree store or whatever, so, and there was lots of colors. This was blue, and then there was a pink, so these are $1 each. There's purple, white, there were some other colors I didn't get. I'm going to use this yellow one. I picked yellow. So the instructions tell you how to do it. You just kind of puff it up and it becomes these cute little banner ball things. Now I'm going to get these on, these are, sorry, they're going all over. They're already connected on this string. I'm going to actually cut right here and put my banner piece through it. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. And the thing that's kind of nice about that is if you wanted a different color, say you wanted different colors, you could do the same process and use some of the other colors and put it that way. I'm just going to go ahead and cut right here. And then I'm going to put it through. There's not an easy way to get these through. I tape basically whatever I'm using to the end of the stick like this, just for a second, and then I feed it through like this, and then it comes through. Now usually this is really long because what I'm doing, it's not, so I just need to get the string through like that. So she's through. Now I'm going to tie a knot right here. I'm just going to tie these two together. Now this is where if you wanted a different color, you could take the end of another one and tie the knot right there. Let's see how I'm going to do this. They're kind of short, so I'm going to tie it real quick. I can get both ends and tie it, okay? So I don't need it real tight, but there we go. So then I'm going to pull it through, and there you go. Now she's in the middle of these two. So I'm going to keep doing that. I want to put, this was the mermaid one. I went through the tutorial, so you can watch the tutorial. And then I'm going to put this seashell, the beach please, through. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to cut in the middle. I'm going to tape it onto the end of my dowel. I'm just going to tape it here real quick. I'm going to put it through so it gets fed through. Okay, I'm going to take my tape off right there, take my dowel out, and I'm going to tie these two. So the tying's a little bit hard. Okay, There we go. And then I'm just going to pull this through, and you won't see where the tie is because it's inside of the banner piece. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for the next one. Okay. So some stabilizer here. I'm going to tape it on. I actually have to make one more of these little banner pieces too, because you want one on the other side of this. So you just push it through, super easy. Take the tape off. I'm gonna cut that because it's fraying. Okay. And you're gonna tie it back to this one. Sorry, I'm trying to rush because so you guys can see. Okay, that's tied, and then I'm going to pull it through so you won't see it. Now there's one more of these that I'm going to open. Oh, I can show you like just a second of what it does. You really just go like, it comes like this. You really just pull it apart like this, keep the string in the middle, and then you just separate these little pieces and pull them. Try not to tear them like I just did, but you just separate them one by one, and it ends up making that little ball. It's pretty easy, but I'm not going to go through that with you on camera, but you can picture what it looks like. So I'll have this, and there. Super cute. And then we'll have our banner. I'll move that back so you can kind of see it. I'll take pictures of it hanging so you can see, but that's how you go ahead and put the banner piece together. Hope that helps.